And we are back with another episode of Straight Out the Lou. I'm Dylan. I'm here with Chris. Emergency episode of Straight Out the
Emergency
Lou.
episode for sure.
I'm Dylan. I'm here with Chris and Luke and our special guest for today, Noah Timmer. All right, boys. To start off the episode, we have a debate here over the status of Tyler Herro in the NBA. Let's hear Timmer's argument for Herro's status first.
Yeah, of course. Well, so I respect Tyler Herro.
Are you going to list all 50 players right now? You're going to list the players? So I haven't heard this yet.
I'm going to list all 51 players that are undoubtedly better than Tyler Herro at the current moment. All right. I just want to just a little background. This started because Luke Linehan made the absurd statement that Tyler Herro is already a star in the NBA.
Elger and Maz said he was a star.
No, but Luke Linehan agreed with this outrageous statement. Anyways, so I decided let's look at players in the NBA that are better than Tyler Herro currently. We'll start with the all-NBA teams. Given stars, they're top 15 players in the league. Giannis Antetokounmpo, obviously. We got LeBron James, James Harden, Anthony Davis, Luka Doncic. There's your first team. No Tyler Herro found. Kawhi Leonard, Nikola Jokic, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, Pascal Siakam. Second team right there. No Tyler Herro found. We're going to go Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler, Rudy Gobert, Ben Simmons, Russell Westbrook. Although I'm not biggest fans of Ben Simmons and Russell Westbrook.
Oh, they're better. They're better.
They're clearly better than Tyler Herro at this point. Other all-stars. Key word in the statement, stars. Stars of the NBA currently. We're talking about right now. Trae Young, Kemba Walker. I know Linehan's going to
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Luke, no. Luke, Kemba Walker's better than Tyler Herro.
Oh, my God. Absolutely owned him in the playoffs. Absolutely
we're talking current time. Kemba
I know,
Walker
but dude,
is more of a star.
A
better
Kemba
player.
and Herro covered each other on both ends, and Herro absolutely owned him. Like, I don't know. Like, Dylan, you saw that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Herro had the better series for sure. Kemba was nowhere to be found until late in the game.
Stars of the NBA. We're talking about consensus stars of the NBA.
Well, stars, in my opinion, are born.
I don't think Kemba Walker is a star in the NBA.
Okay,
He's
but
better than Tyler Herro. This is something.
If you can't, you're going to get more value for Tyler Herro than Kemba Walker in the open market. So
obviously, he's like 20 years old.
Better.
No, he's not.
I just don't
think he
think
can score more effectively than Kemba Walker.
No,
right now. Right now,
so a star's got to be somebody who's marketable, right? It's somebody who has like a big public image, right?
Tyler Herro is now getting marketed more than probably every single player in the NBA, especially going into draft night yesterday.
Come on now. You gotta slow down, but he's definitely a more marketable and appealing player right now than Kemba.
Yeah,
because
Kemba's a better player.
Kemba is the overall better player. He has had a better career. Luke,
I'll give it to you right now. We'll revisit it. Revisit it.
Joel Embiid.
Yes.
Kyle Lowry, Chris Middleton, Bam Adebayo, DeMontis Sabonis, Donovan Mitchell, Brandon Ingram, Devin Booker. All stars. Yeah. Other players in the league. So right now, what are we at? We're about 30 players right now. No, I think
we're about, or what are we at? Because
let's see what we're at. We're at 25 players. 25 players.
That's including Kemba.
Yes, including Kemba.
Okay, keep going.
Other players not in these lists. Steph Curry.
Yeah.
We're gonna call him better than Tyler Herro. Obviously. Klay Thompson. Yes. The injury is tough, but
he's better. He's better.
Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Kristaps Porzingis, Paul George had a terrible bubble, but he's still the better player. Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams.
No.
Lou Williams is close. Lou Williams is close because he's just first of all, he's a midget.
Lou Williams has maxed out his potential, though. You know, that's another thing. Like, going into the next season.
No, hold on. No. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about stars right now. Like right today on what's today?
But right now you're between seasons, so you have to take into account the coming season and the previous, right? Like, if you're in the off season,
can we put that in borderline for right now? Can we move that to your possible players?
Yes, Lou Williams can be possible, but these I'm not saying all these guys are stars. I'm saying these are 50 players that are better than Tyler Herro.
I just don't think Lou Williams is better than Tyler Herro.
He can't be a star if there are at least 50 players.
I know, but Lou Williams gets clamped in the playoffs every year, dude. His points per game always go down every year in the playoffs because he's too small to score when people start playing elite defense.
Okay, we're gonna move. We'll move him to possible, and we'll get back to Tyler Herro in the playoffs in a second. Okay. Where are we? Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal. Blake Griffin. Drew Holiday. C.J. McCollum.
See, Drew Holiday, I don't think I can go. Like, he's a great defender. He's a great ball handler, but I don't think I would rather have Drew Holiday than Tyler Herro.
Luke, we got to pull up the meme, Luke. Come on, dude.
I don't, Drew Holiday, I don't know. Keep going, though. Keep going.
All right.
He's on your list of 51.
Yes. Drew Holiday is a better player than Tyler Herro. He's a more proven player than Tyler Herro. C.J. McCollum. Zion Williamson. Ja Morant. Nikola Vucevic. Yeah, I know I messed that up. Nikola Vucevic.
Vucevic, yeah.
De'Aaron Fox.
No. No. Not De'Aaron Fox. No.
Okay, we'll move him to the possible.
No.
I agree.
We're still down to like 48 players. Jamal Murray.
Yes.
DeMar DeRozan. D'Angelo Russell.
DeMar DeRozan, sure, but Hero's gonna pass him this year.
Okay, but we're talking about right now. You said
I know. No, I understand.
I'm not gonna like dismiss Tyler Herro's future, but you said right now he is a star.
That's why I gave you this though. Like he is.
No, he better than him right now.
DeRozan is. He is. DeRozan is.
D'Angelo Russell.
Yes.
Jaylen Brown is currently a better player than Tyler Herro.
Yes.
John Collins. Zach LaVine.
Yes.
Fred VanVleet is questionable.
No. Do not give me this Fred VanVleet. Dude was in the side of the backboard against the Celtics while Herro is putting 37 on your dome. So do not give me Fred VanVleet.
I think you got to give him Fred VanVleet.
Dude, Chris, shut up. That's a joke.
Fred
VanVleet.
Look at the stats.
Yeah,
dude,
look at
the game. Watch the game. The guy chucks and ducks. The guy just shoots all day and misses all the time.
He has to shoot.
No. Didn't Fred VanVleet just also score 30 for the first time in his career? And he's like been in the league for 3 years now.
He went off in the finals a couple of years ago, and he had a great season this year.
Dude, going off in the finals with like 13 points. That's what they were saying.
They wouldn't have won that series without him.
Okay, yeah. He wouldn't have been in the finals without Tyler Herro. The Raptors also wouldn't have won that series if Kevin Durant's Achilles went. Yeah. And Klay Thompson.
Luke, I measure players by how many championships they have, and Fred VanVleet has.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, do you? So I'm going to do conference championships then. We can take Brown out. We can take Herro out. We can take –
doesn't mean anything. All right, you got to –
No, but we go by championships, conference champions. Okay, no, I'm just saying. No, we're just putting that on a record. We're just putting that on the record.
Okay, so, Timmer, you just listed like close to 40 people.
That's 46 people, and then you got a couple question marks. And I'm going to –
But these are players who had better statistical seasons, right?
They're just better basketball
players. Every player you listed was better besides De'Aaron Fox. Fred VanVleet.
All raised questions.
There was another one. There were two more. You had
Lou Williams. No, there was three total.
Lou Williams and Kemba.
I don't think you can say that he's better than Kemba Walker. Right
but
now.
Are we when we list these players, we're not speaking of stars, right? We're speaking.
No, we're talking about players that are at this point in time better basketball players than Tyler Herro. And therefore, if more than 10% of the league is better than Tyler Herro, he's not a star in the league yet.
Okay, what constitutes a star for you? Let's hear that.
What constitutes a star? Someone that not only brings in money to the state, to the organization, but is a clear leader of a team, is a clear, I don't know, the impact is like evident in every single game that he plays. And I just don't think Tyler Herro is there.
No, I mean, you just defined Tyler Herro.
Hold on, Dylan, stop. First of all, do you know how much merchandise, Tyler Herro merchandise they sell? Like, they sell more than any player on the team. First of all, he's probably the most popular player on the Miami Heat.
Okay, but does he have
he's brought in so
impact on every single game compared to other players in the league?
Not those not those ones that you listed, except for the 4 that I said no. That's why I said yes. That's why I said he's not better than those guys yet.
Okay,
but dude.
Well, how is he going to be a star then if 10% of the league's already better than him? Like
how many guys have you given us? You haven't given us 50.
I gave you 45 guys, and then I have a list of guys over here that are also possible candidates for being better than him.
Who is it?
Because I don't think they are.
What's the list of those guys?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
No. I looked up his
Victor
stats today, actually.
Oladipo.
No. I looked up his stats today, actually, and he's the most overrated player in the NBA.
No, he's a good player.
He's
a good
the
defender,
most
too.
overrated
Good
player in the NBA. First of all, he sucked last year. Let's put that out there. He absolutely sucked. So he's not better than Tyler Herro right now. Tyler Herro is a better shooter, a better ball handler, and a better scorer.
No.
Not a better
I'm not going to say ball handler. I'll give you shooter. That's about
And
it.
scoring, dude. No doubt he's a better scorer.
All
Herro
around.
plays no defense, and Gilgeous-Alexander plays defense.
He plays no defense, but he locks down Kemba in the playoffs.
It's not. That's just so ridiculous.
Excuse me, I can't. He plays no defense.
You played his
But
zone.
yet,
You played
he has
his
one of the
zone.
best defensive ratings in the playoffs.
You played zone.
I can't comprehend that. He plays no defense, yet his defensive rating is one of the best in playoffs.
You played his zone. You cannot. You cannot.
And J.C. Jackson's also a horrible corner.
And Bam
Yeah, okay.
Adebayo waiting in the paint. Like, that's not Tyler Herro's defense.
What?
Eric
Are you
Spoelstra's
kidding me?
system.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's got tree trunks in the paint. He had Montrezl Harrell his rookie year and DeAndre Jordan. Now he's got Steven Adams, dude, and you're telling me, oh, he's got Bam in there because he blocked the shit out of Jason Tatum. We absolutely took Timmer's manhood away after he blocked the hell out of Jason Tatum. Yeah, that's right. I know Bam's your dad, but shut up. That's stupid. No.
You play his zone. You play his zone. Like,
dude,
play his
we
zone.
played his zone against you because you
Like,
guys suck.
We got
You guys
out-coached.
can't shoot.
We got out-coached. It had nothing to do with Tyler Herro's defense. We got out-coached.
He's
Except
right.
for the fact where he literally covered Kemba one-on-one and forced a shot clock violation at the end of the game.
Oh my!
You're gonna come back.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna talk about one play. You're gonna really go.
Yeah, because
There
I
have been
could.
multiple instances in that
Jalen
series
Brown
where Kemba
shooting
Walker
There
did
also
not
about
score and Tyler Herro did.
where he makes him look like a complete idiot. Makes a step back jumper on him.
Tyler Herro's a good defender.
All right. Who are the
Yes,
who are
he
the other
is.
players?
Okay,
He's a good defender.
and so other possible candidates, we have Victor Oladipo, proven, but he hasn't
Not
come
anymore.
back from his injury,
Not
so he's
anymore.
possible. Goran
Not
Dragic, a teammate of Tyler Herro.
That one. Yeah.
I can't believe you don't think Goran
He was
Dragic.
better in the playoffs than Herro was.
That is 100% facts.
Yeah, I mean, Dragic had a great playoffs, but, like, he's just not better than Herro. Like, I mean, Dragic is the luckiest basketball player I think I've ever seen in my life. So, I don't know if it's skill. Like, I guess you're going to call that skill. I mean, I don't know. Fine, sure, whatever. You can give
How is
Dragic.
he lucky? He averages 18 points per game over his entire career. How is it you can't average 18 points per game?
Hero's played one season, dude. Like you
That's what we're
can't
talking
compare.
about. One season.
No, but then you can't bring people's careers in and be like, "Whoa, Hero's never done this before." Because he's a year older than you, Timmer.
No, this has nothing to do with Tyler Herro. You just said Goran Dragic is the luckiest.
And then you said Goran Dragic averages a career 18 points.
Yeah, I'm saying you can't make a 10-year career averaging 18 points per game and get lucky for 10 years. Like what? How is that an argument against it?
Keep going.
All right, other possible ones. Buddy Hield, I don't think he's better,
No,
but it's a
no.
possible argument. I think Malcolm Brogdon before he went to Indiana.
Absolutely not. He had a horrible year. Absolutely not.
All right.
Absolutely not. He had an awful year, Chris. I know he's a good player, but no. I would want Malcolm Brogdon on my team. I think he's good, but no. Mm-mm.
Okay. What else do we have? Karis LeVert.
No. He's just a Celtics killer.
All right, I think we've heard enough players, but I must say,
I think the list of
that
players
when
that you have coming up next are no's. I think they're just
all right,
all
sure.
no's.
But when you assess a star, I think
50.
you – okay, Luke, okay. When you assess a star, I think you have to look forward to where the player is going to be, you know, because you won't – you're not marketable when there's no future, right? Like,
Well, yeah.
There's no market for somebody who's done. So when you take into account the marketable factor for a star, I think Herro checks that box. Making an impact on a playoff team, I mean, Herro obviously checks that box. He was
Herro
arguably
was the
MVP.
go-to guy at the end of the game, almost every game. Him and Butler.
So he checks that box as well. And then you said the third qualification is that he, I don't know, brings like a winning culture, leadership. I mean, he's out
went
there.
from the 13th pick in the draft to the NBA Finals.
He's out there firing up his team every single time he gets the ball. The guy's electric. I mean, if that's
okay,
not
but do you think
leading,
Tyler Herro would have been able to do the same thing if he didn't have Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Goran Dragic?
I don't think Steph Curry would have been able to win a championship if he didn't have Klay Thompson and Draymond Green and Andre Iguodala. I mean, and he's a star. He's the MVP.
It's a horrible argument.
It's the NBA. It's the NBA. I think that Tyler Herro is definitely a star.
I think Herro would average more. I think Herro would have averaged much more if he got way more minutes in the regular season.
I just don't understand how you're arguing for a bench player who averaged 13 points.
A bench player, dude. A bench player. We're just talking about
Goran
Dragic, who's a bench player, so I don't know what we're talking about here, Timmer.
Goran Dragic did the same thing, but was better at what he did. Like, he had a better season than Tyler Herro.
He wasn't better at firing up a team with his play. He wasn't better at
He's not better at the end of the game. He's not better at the end of the game getting a bucket than Tyler Herro is.
Goran Dragic was the reason the Miami Heat were able to come back in games 1 and 2 against the Celtics, and that's a fact. He did not let them get out of
the game. The reason they came back is because your coach is literally mentally challenged. But other than that, and you can't play defense for your life.
Shots consistently. And then Tyler Herro was able to make his shots in the fourth quarter, which I have a ton of respect for. He's a big-time scorer. But I'm just saying, I don't think you can label him as a star yet after one season in a good playoff series against the Celtics.
When he checks all the requisites for a star that you laid out, then what is he?
He checks all the requisites for a possible star.
We said, what's a star?
Doing those
you
things
gave me 3 things that make up a star. Category.
No,
you gave me the requisites to be a star. 3 requisites, right? Marketable, leader, impact player who can win in the playoffs.
He's not
He's one of the leaders.
He's not the image of that team.
He's one of the leaders.
He's one of the leaders. Yeah, he is, dude.
I mean, what are you going to say? Like, oh, there's a single leader on every team, so then that means that the Nets can only have one?
That's what you told me about the Celtics. You said the Celtics can't be good because they don't have one single leader. Because
they don't have a single leader. They don't have any.
They don't even have one leader.
They don't even have one. That's what I'm saying. There's zero leadership.
No, and it's not necessarily Steven's fault.
Hold on, Chris. I think what Dylan's trying to say is that when Herro's on the court without Butler, he's the leader.
No, I just don't. I don't agree with that at all.
And he's able to lead with his play because he's so electrifying. Like, that's contagious.
You guys have such a short sample size. All you can think about is the 37 he put on the Celtics. What did he do?
Dude, did you?
I can think about his game winners during the regular season.
Did you watch the Bucks series? He was electric in the Bucks series, dude. He maybe single-handedly won that series for them. He was the biggest difference in that series.
Jimmy Butler won every single series for that team.
Because he's the leader. He's the star. He's the best player on the team. He's the sixth best player in the league. He's the 6th best player in the league. But Tyler Herro was the – okay, Tyler Herro was the X factor, though, why they won. Tyler Herro was the X factor why they won that series.
I just don't think you can label him a star yet. He's not an all-star. He's not an all-NBA player. He's not even a top 3 player in his own team. I don't think you can label him as a star. No, he's not. He's not better than
Dragic right now.
Not better than Dragic.
No, he's not
right
better
now.
Than
he is right now.
He will be better than Dragic, but right now he is not better than Goran Dragic, and that is a fact.
I would rather have him going into next season than Goran Dragic. So I mean,
but right now,
that's pretty much right now. It's the off season. You look forward to next season in the off season. Like, I would rather have Herro
at the start of the season. I'd rather have Tyler Herro than Dragic as my starter.
In free agency, I'd rather.
It's going to be electric,
and I'd rather have
electric too when we have Herro.
All those players.
Herro, Butler, Giannis, and Bam. 2021-22 campaign. It's going to be electric. Chris, let me tell you what I project Tyler Herro's ceiling to be. I project him to be, if not better, Klay Thompson and Devin Booker. Because they have the exact same play style. They're both go-to jump shots or pull-up mid-range jump shots. They're both unbelievable set three-point shooters. They can score from anywhere. They can go to the rack at any time. Herro doesn't have the athleticism as Booker does. I would argue that Klay doesn't either. But Herro he's so good around the rim now. He's very crafty around the rim that he's going to be just as good a scorer as those 2 guys. He's going to be so good. He's going to be a 20 to 25 points per game scorer for when he's 21 to about 28 years old, I bet.
Can't argue with that. I would say I agree with Luke and Dylan that he is a star, but I agree with Timmer that there are 50 players in the NBA that are better than him.
Well, he only got to 47, so.
When you say better, you can sure say a better.
No. We're
2019, 2020 season.
No, I understand that. Dylan. But the actual argument here is who's better, like at the game of basketball. Like no what ifs, like Evan was saying with Jonas Valanciunas averaged 14 points per game. You see that? He scored for the Memphis Grizzlies. Like shut up. Like no. Like it's actually like who's better at the game of basketball.
Yeah,
you
and
can
I
give
take
47
Hero.
guys
I
over
take
that.
Hero. No, I would take Hero over 20 of those 47. 15 to 20 of them.
Wow.
Of the 47, who?
Wow.
You name some really questionable people who haven't even like been in an All-Star game,
Yeah,
and then you're
Dylan,
calling them better.
Dylan, I can't help you here, man. I
Who?
can't help you.
Name someone that hasn't
Towards
been in an
I
All-Star
stopped
game.
listening because you went on for way too long. Like that was just boring. But
No,
there was a
Dylan,
solid
pretty
10 to
good.
15 that were just ridiculous. Towards the
Ooh.
bottom of your list, there was some questionable.
Well, those guys were outside the list. He said those were
No,
possible players.
no, not the possible ones. Like at the end of your like listing off of names,
D'Angelo
there were some
Russell.
names. D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's solid. He's good.
But Timmer, let's
Single-handedly
have you.
brought the Nets from
Timmer,
nothing to a playoff team.
Timmer, me and Chris are
In
going
the
to go
East,
on
it's
mute.
fine.
You're going to have You're going to read all the players that weren't all-stars. So everyone after the players that you had as all-stars, read those to Dylan because you said 15 to 20, you think?
Yeah, but more like I don't know. Probably. I mean, that was just the estimation.
Read the ones that aren't all-stars
That weren't all-stars last year.
that weren't all-stars last year that are in the top 50. So
Steph Curry.
No,
Klay
give
Thompson.
me your like bottom 10 to 15.
Bottom 10. Zion Williamson.
Okay.
Ja Morant. Nikola Vucevic. All-star last year.
Yeah, I mean, he's solid.
Jamal Murray. I would
Okay.
say had a like.
Yeah, keep going.
DeMar DeRozan, multiple-time All-Star. D'Angelo Russell. Luke, has he been to an All-Star game? I can't
yeah,
remember.
he won last year.
He was an All-Star. Jaylen Brown. John Collins hasn't been an All-Star, but I would argue
Averages
I don't even know
22
who that
points a game.
is.
20 and shoots like 40%.
John Collins is good.
Zach LaVine.
Okay,
20
yeah. There were some questionable like big men.
I think
something.
we can. No. There was nothing questionable about it. There were 47 guys that named that were better, and I put Hero at 48. That's what I'm saying. It's my end. Top 50.
All right. I'll put him anywhere from 48 to 53. But my argument was just I don't think 10% of the league is stars. Like I don't know how there can be 50.
Well,
like
is D'Angelo Russell a star?
Players better than
D'Angelo
you?
Russell a star?
No, I don't think D'Angelo Russell's a star. But I think he's better than Tyler Herro.
Yeah, he is.
So I don't know. I guess you guys
I think we
take
can end it there.
the hype around a player that makes him a star more than like the actual.
Yeah,
player.
there's nuance to it. There's definitely nuance. I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with what they do off the court as well as on the court.
I think he has the potential
Hero
to
will never be
star.
a top 20 player in the league. He'll always be 20 to 30
Who?
when he's in his prime. Hero.
Yeah. No, I think he has the potential to be a star. I think he has everything going for him. I
Will
just
be a
don't.
star.
I just
Yeah, he
can't
already is
claim that
one.
He's a star yet. When I
Already
can name 45 players that are better than him.
I think we can move
Yeah.
on. That's solid.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair argument. All right, moving on. Last night the NBA draft happened. Just hours before the draft, Klay Thompson tore his Achilles. Sadly, my Golden State Warriors decided to be very conservative with their pick and stuck with their plan and went with Wiseman when they should have gone with the more high-ceilinged LaMelo Ball, because now their backcourt is screwed. Now you have Andrew Wiggins as your number 2 scoring option.
1 year.
And so now you have Klay Thompson out with 2 injuries, 2 years in a row, 2 injuries that alter players' careers all the time. I would not count on him to come back and be the player he was in the past. So we're looking at a Warriors team right now that has Steph Curry as its only consistent scoring option, and Andrew Wiggins that is a huge question mark, James Wiseman, who we have no idea what he's going to look like in the NBA when he doesn't even play in college, and a very shallow bench. So I'm going to have to redact my statement that the Warriors are going to be champions in 2021. If you made a futures bet on the Warriors winning the championship and you're able to cash out on it, I would cash out immediately. It's going to be probably a lower half of the conference finish for the team. I still think Curry's going to play well, but by taking Wiseman last night, I think they really hindered their ceiling for the upcoming season. That's my assessment for the Golden State Warriors.
Wiseman's an absolute stud.
I think it was.
He's going to be great. He's going to be great, but I don't think he's going to be able to be as productive right away as LaMelo could have been. LaMelo would have opened the floor a lot more for Steph to get some more.
Yeah, he'll be able to contain Anthony Davis more.
I mean, sure, but that's one matchup. I'd rather have LaMelo for the 29 other matchups.
I just don't know if LaMelo Ball could buy into the Warriors system. I think he's too much of a.
He's a great passer. He wouldn't shoot that much right away.
No,
he's the perfect point guard for the Warriors right now.
Yeah. But he's not going to space the floor because no one's going to trust that jump shot yet. He doesn't play defense.
No, he drives well enough to spread the floor.
The Warriors don't play defense until the third quarter anyway. You don't have to worry about that.
In their switch scheme, he'd be fine.
We've all watched
Warriors
switch
scheme, he'd be fine.
And I think Klay Thompson's a big loss. The only hope I have for Klay is that his game, out of anybody in the NBA, could translate to a guy that loses some mobility.
I mean, it's going to hurt him on the defensive end, but I do agree with you. Yeah, spotting up like he does, it shouldn't screw him up too much, but I'm worried about the mental fallout from 2 injuries back-to-back like that. You know, you're just making your recovery from the ACL, you get over the hump, you're playing some pickup ball in, like, L.A., and then you tear your Achilles. Like, that's demoralizing. It screws with your head. I mean, it has to, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the concerning thing for me. I'm not sure what the future of the team looks like. This year is not going to be a good year. I mean, the Bay Area is just cursed right now with sports injuries. It's crazy. It's wild. I mean, you got the Niners right now, and then now you have Klay Thompson. It's insane.
Niners, Matt Chapman, Warriors.
Yeah, it's not pretty. It's not pretty.
Playoff team.
NBA draft last night that was interesting. Thought it was pretty interesting. Trader Danny does it again.
Obi Toppin at 8. Obi Toppin at 8 to the Knicks.
I can't believe he fell at 8 because
heard it here first.
All right, so first of all, if you're going to make fun of Tyler Herro being a bench player, the Bulls literally took a bench player at 4.
Yeah, Florida State guy.
Like, what was that?
I'm not quite sure. I think that shocked everyone. But I think Obi Toppin's going to be good for New York, but they needed a point guard, and they didn't get one.
I heard they're trying to trade for Russell Westbrook, which shouldn't be that hard for the Knicks.
Does R.J. Barrett not take the ball up the court?
No, he's not a great ball handler.
He's more of a shooting guard, but they needed someone to go with him, and they don't. I also got a report today. The Knicks are looking to trade for Gordon Hayward, which would actually
great.
That'd be perfect.
That'd be great for the Celtics. That'd be great.
Please let it happen.
I have breaking news, actually.
Breaking news?
Gordon Hayward has opted out of his $34 million deal with the Celtics. The thief is gone.
The thief. Oh wait, I don't want to throw at Gordon Hayward though, because that injury just totally threw him off. He's been battling little injuries since. Never recovered to be the player he was supposed to be. So,
I mean, I just have if I was a Celtics fan, I would just have a huge issue with what Danny Ainge did last night. I think the kid from Villanova is not Villanova, Vanderbilt's a pretty nice piece. He can definitely shoot the ball.
I think we got the best shooter in the draft, which is exactly what we needed.
I don't think you got the best shooter in the draft, but I think he's a good shooter.
Who's the best shooter in the draft?
I think Tyrese Maxey is the best shooter in the draft because
you can create a shot.
He can shoot, not catch and shoot. This guy is clearly a limited catch and shoot guy, if not a pump fake, put the ball on the deck real quick, shoot it. I think it's a solid pick at 14 because this is what he probably should have done last year, get a shooter at 14. But he took Langford, who just stinks, he was awful. He was just awful. And I think it's a better pick than at 26. I was dying laughing watching this pick. I was like, I cannot believe Danny did it again. He took a guy that probably would have went undrafted. If Miles Powell went undrafted, I think Peyton Pritchard probably would have went undrafted. That was one of the worst picks I've ever. And why do you need a point guard? Why do they need a point guard? What do the Red Claws need a point guard, Chris? Like, I thought they just got Waters.
I'm going to touch on that in a second. Yeah. So
take it away. Take it away.
I want to talk about a couple of my teams here. I'll start with the Celtics. I actually like the pick at 14. I think Danny did a good job there. They filled the need. He's a great shooter. So for the Celtics, they got a B+. My second team, the Red Claws, they took the Peyton Pritchard. at 26. They filled the need there. They needed a backup point guard to compete with Carson Edwards for a Tremont Waters spot. Finished third in MVP voting last year in the G League. It's a big upgrade. They finished third in the G League standings last year, so they needed to upgrade a little bit.
Pretty disappointing.
It's a big get for them. And then the second round pick was really one that it's a draft and stash for the Red Claws. Madar, this guy can play. I'll tell you that right now. This guy can play.
This guy will pack the stands in Portland.
Another guard. That's all. We love the guards. Love the guards. So I'm really happy they were able to get him, and I think the Red Claws are going to compete for a championship this year.
They took Peyton Pritchard. Oh my God, I could not believe it, dude. I could not believe it. I was like, oh, this Bain guy's still on the board right here. Like, he's a pretty good shooter. Like, they might as well get him. And they take him. I'm like, wow, they did it. And then it's like, nope, they traded him. I was like, what are they doing? I was like, this is the worst thing. I also just want to quickly touch on the Miami Heat. I was a little disappointed in last night's draft performance. Kelly Olynyk opted back in, unfortunately, to his $13 million deal down South Beach. But taking Precious, I don't know his last name, Achua, I think it is. He's a solid player. I'm not upset. I'm not like too upset with the player. I think the player is good. But when you have Tyrese Maxey on the board right there and Goran Dragic out the door, like Goran Dragic is just not going to be back with the Heat. We literally just can't pay him. So with Tyrese Maxey sitting right there, and then for him to go the next pick, I just thought it was a miss. Like, why wouldn't you just stay within the Kentucky bloodlines? Like, Coach Cal knows what he's talking about, and he clearly was upset where Maxey went in the draft last night. So I was a little disappointed, but I'll still give the Heat a B. They filled a need where Derrick Jones Jr. was our backup power forward. Now we got a pretty established power forward that can toss Tice around in the paint. So not too concerned about it.
Still don't have a big guy. Still don't have one.
No, we're on the lookout. We've been looking for 3-4 years now, but no worries. No, and Danny, we
Big Al's out there.
I've been hearing that Robert Williams for the 40th straight year is going to develop into Dwight Howard. So great.
I mean, if they get him up in Portland, maybe he'll develop.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. And I want to touch. By the way, outside of the top 5 or top 6 in the last 10 years, the best player Danny Ainge has drafted is Terry Rozier.
Yeah, I know.
I have seen every single player they've drafted outside the top 6 in the last 10 years. I have seen tear it up in Portland. That's not an exaggeration. That's actually true.
Who do you think is going to be the best player out of this draft?
Madar.
It's going to be LaMelo Ball.
I got LaMelo.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah. I don't know. He's going to have to share minutes with De'Aaron Fox, but I could see him.
God forbid he's going to have to come off the bench. Oh, my God.
Bench player.
I don't know. This draft class wasn't too impressive. It's I guess LaMelo, but I still don't buy into that whole Ball family.
I think LaMelo's legit, dude. I think he's legit.
I think he's a legit playmaker. I just don't know.
I think he legit cares, and I think he's not like as soft as Lonzo was in his rookie. Like, Lonzo was really soft when he got to the NBA his first year, and I think LaMelo is a little more mentally tough than him, which will help a lot, especially when they're just going to unleash him.
Jump shot, though.
It's not a good jump shot, but like it's workable. It's way more workable than Lonzo's, in my opinion. It's workable. He's a great playmaker. Should we touch on Dylan?
People said Steph Curry's shot wouldn't translate, and it did. One thing about the draft I want to touch on real quick.
He was a knockdown three-point shoot.
They said there was draft reports where they thought that it wouldn't translate. So Anthony Edwards at number 1. Can we agree that he was overvalued there?
Yes.
No, Chris, you don't think so?
He shoots 3% higher from 3 than LaMelo, so don't give me any of this.
No. But they're both not NBA shooters right now. Chris, why do you think he's not overvalued there?
I'm not gonna say he's gonna be the next LeBron James, but I think he's gonna be a good player in the league. I mean, I just don't think this is a very good class. He's an NBA body. He can shoot. He was at Georgia last year.
No, he cannot shoot. He can't shoot. Shoots 28% from 3.
If you watched any Georgia basketball, I know I was really tuned into the Georgia basketball games last year. They're really
I did. I watched Georgia.
Yeah.
Watch them lose all the time. It's my favorite thing doing. Go Gators.
Yeah, Tom Crean, great coach. He can shoot. He's a good player. He's not gonna be LeBron James, but he's a solid player. I don't think he's gonna be a bust by any means.
Yeah, I think the top three was just a whole big mix-up. I don't think any three of them were significantly better than the others.
Yeah.
But I do think he's the best fit for Minnesota. I think now they got D'Angelo. They can develop him into a shooting guard. They got Cat. I mean,
yeah, I would have went Wiseman. I would have gone 2. See, why would you want to why wouldn't you want to be different? Try something different. Because everybody's going to this small ball shooting. Why wouldn't you just put 2 tree trunks in there and just say
That's what the Pelicans did, and they sucked.
When did they do that?
DeMarcus
2 years
Cousins,
ago, DeMarcus Cousins and Davis. They
They were
sucked.
actually pretty good until
They were
DeMarcus
pretty
Cousins got
bad.
injured.
They were
No, they
pretty
weren't.
bad.
They were a playoff
They were
team.
not. They were. They were a playoff team.
They were
Sure, but
ranked- they were fifth in
where
the
were they
West.
going? Where were they going in the playoffs?
They won in the first round and actually then played the Warriors in the second round. So I don't know what you're talking about. It didn't work. And DeMarcus Cousins didn't play in those series.
I would say that it was not what they thought it would be.
I would have went with it. And I also think Towns is a horrible fit in Minnesota. I think Towns is very overrated. I think he's a great basketball player. I just don't think he cares at all about anything.
Well, then he's just not a good fit anywhere.
And Anthony Edwards is just he's gonna bust. He's gonna be a 10 points per game scorer his whole career. He's another Markelle Fultz.
Oof.
They look identical. They look identical in college. They're the only player on their team. They go up, they shoot the ball every time. They don't have great field goal percentage, but it's like, oh, they're brainwashed. Like, oh, this guy's made a couple threes when he's gotten hot before. He can actually shoot, and he just can't. Anthony Edwards just is not a good shooter.
All right. With that take, I think we're going to have to wrap things up here. Noah, thank you very much for joining us today. We will be back after football, college football, and NFL football this weekend. We will be back on Monday or Tuesday of next week. Stay tuned, and we will see you. That was Straight Out the Lou.